Hi everybody, this is Amanda with Stained Glass Crochet, and I have another squishy mail yarn haul video for you guys. So this one is not as big as the last one, but there's still some really fun stuff in here anyway. So here's our squishy mail. Yay! Alright, so I have 10 packs of yarn in this particular bag. Right, and they're from a few different kinds. Some of them I've had before, some of them I've not had before. So I'm excited to show them to you guys. So the first pack we have out of the bag here, this one is called Lorena Colorful. Let's get one out here so I can show you. If it'll focus. Maybe back some. Okay, so this is called Lorena Colorful. And the cool part about this yarn is that it's 3 different threads, it looks like, that are different colors that are all spun together. And it's just, there we go, now you can see. This color is called Lilac Shades Light Green Gold Cream. And this yarn is not the softest yarn I've ever felt, but like, it's still pretty soft. Like, you could definitely wear, like, you could wear a scarf out of it. It probably wouldn't be the softest scarf, so you might not want to wear it all the time. But you could definitely use it for like a blanket or something like that, and it would be perfectly fine. So this is 55% cotton, 45% acrylic, and it says you should use a 3 to a 4 millimeter hook, and it's classified as a 3 weight. I don't know, you guys. That's pretty thin for a 3 for me. I would probably say it's more of a 2. But I like thinner yarn, so that's not a problem for me. This would make some really pretty shawls because it's so thin. If you use a bigger hook, you could get something really drapey with it, and the colors would just be amazing. So that's Lorena Colorful. It is 50 grams. It says 1.76 ounces, 160 meters, or 175 yards per ball. And this runs $9.99 per pack, which is a little bit on the pricey side for what Ice Yarns has. However, it comes in a pack of 8. So for $10, you get 8 balls of yarn. That's about... I was trying to do math in my head, and math is not my strong suit. So we're just going to skip that for a minute. But it's 174 yards a ball. So you would get at least 1,500 yards. That's, if that sounds about right. Somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. Anyway, you would get quite a bit of yardage for $10. It's soft. It's, you know, a little over half cotton. So if I hold this up, you can see the colors a little bit better. Right? This comes in 13 different colors, y'all. So if this one, like mostly purples and blues, isn't your thing, they have other colors that you might like more. This is just one. I wanted to pick one color that I like the most and try it out first before ordering any more. So that is our first yarn of the day. That is Lorena Colorful. All right, let's see. Which one wants to come out next? All right, this one. Let's go with this one. I got 2 packs of this particular yarn. This yarn is called Harmony, and I got it because it reminds me so much of mandala tweed stripes. Like, it looks almost identical to those cakes, if you've seen them before, how they're a bit thicker, and they have the double strand of color that kind of splices together, so you get these really cool color combinations. So this yarn is called Harmony, and this is the color I got. It is called Yellow Purple Shades, Pink Green Shades. And like, it's so pretty. It reminds me of like a, I don't know, like a summer night with like all the fireflies and the sun setting. So you have like some of the pinks and purples and the blue and like, oh, it's so pretty. And it's very squishy. So lovely and squishy. Feels very similar to Mandala Tweed Stripes, to be fair. Like, I'm not saying it's a dupe for it, but it could be. But yeah, so this yarn is 100% premium acrylic. It is 100 grams or 3.53 ounces, 160 meters or 174 yards per skein, and it is a 4-weight. And I'd say that's accurate. That's pretty common for a 4-weight yarn. Yeah, so let's see, make sure I'm writing the right stuff here. It is $6.99. $6.99 for a pack of this yarn, and each pack has 4 skeins. So for $7, you get a little bit less, so like about 700 yards ish. That's a good deal. Like for Mandala Tweed Stripes, if I think about like when I bought it at Michael's, for one cake was $7, and that's only like 300 yards, and you get twice that for $7 here. Now you do have to keep in mind shipping, and somebody asked on my last haul video about shipping and what that costs per cake. I did do the math for that for this haul and for the last one, so stay tuned. I'll do that at the end of the video. So I got 2 packs of this color yarn. Some of it will probably end up being a baby blanket, and some of it I might make a teddy bear, like a amamigurumi teddy bear. I think that would be such a cool bear to have those different colors. Alright, so the Harmony, it comes in 16 different colors. So, and a lot of them look very similar to the different colors of Mandala Tweed Stripes. I couldn't name them off the top of my head. I know one of them is called Buddha, and one of them is called Talisman. I think those are the 2 that I've tried before. But anyway, so these are very, very similar to that. It says a 5 to 6 millimeter hook. It's a regular worsted weight, so whatever hook size you would use for that, you're totally good. Yeah, so let's go on to our next one. This next yarn I have had before in one color, and I loved it so much that I was like, okay, I'm going to order more. And then I went to order more, and they were sold out for like 4 months. What? No. You know how excited you are when you find a new favorite yarn and you're like, I must get more of this because it's so awesome, and then you can't get it. Like, if I can see that square up there, the top one on the left, right? Oh my gosh, that yarn is a whole, like, some tea on that yarn, man. We can get into story time later, but so back to this yarn. This yarn is called, if I can find my notes here, Rock and Roll. No? Yes, Rock and Roll yarn. Sorry, there's another one that's very similar. Okay, so Rock and Roll yarn. I got this in 3 colors this time. The one color I had before, which I absolutely loved and wanted to get more of, but they were sold out forever. And the reason why I got this yarn to begin with, this yarn haul, was because they emailed me and were like, hey, we have this yarn, but you might want to order it because we only have 130 packs. And I'm like, they're going to be sold out before the weekend's over. Alright, so this yarn is called Rock and Roll yarn. And this is their rainbow black. So it is like this really cool, almost reminds you of like Stonewash jeans, that kind of acid wash effect on it. And it's like black yarn, and then it goes into rainbow. Oh, be still my heart. Oh, it's so good. But I wanted to show you what you can do with this, right? I have a few of things that I've finished with this yarn. right here that I can show you. So this is the first time I used this yarn. This adorable little mushroom guy, and yes, he has eyes. Is he not the cutest, right? I did the top of his mushroom cap in that yarn. Isn't it awesome? Oh, so cool, right? So this is this pattern is called Mushroom Sprites by Crafty Intentions. Absolutely worth the money if you're on the fence about getting her patterns. They're a little bit pricier as far as some patterns go, but absolutely worth it. You get like the pattern for like 5 or 6 different mushrooms that you can make with options to customize all of them. Go get it. It's awesome. And there are so many pictures, and the directions are super helpful. I can't recommend her patterns enough. Right, and the other one, because I wanted to see what it would be like in a bigger piece, right? This is my second little blob monster, which is also, blob monster is another Crafty Intentions pattern. If you can't tell, I kind of fangirl over her patterns a little bit. But yeah, so this is also that same rainbow black yarn. Right? Like, it's just so pretty. And there's so many things you can do with it. It's amazing, right? So you can also do something like this with it. I am planning on doing a scarf at some point in it because I think that would be really cool. Like this one. Ooh, can you see all of the lovely gradient fringe, right? This is a Wild Oleander hooded scarf. This is by Wickedly Handmade. My friend Andrea, she designed this pattern. It's so fun to make. I've made 3 of them already. I have 1, 2, at least 2 more that I'm currently working on. They're so fun and easy to do. And her pattern is so well written. Go get it. You can get it on Ravelry. You can get it on Etsy. She's amazing. If you don't understand, you can message her, and she will literally Facebook Live you to show you how to do it. She is amazing. Anyway, sorry for rambling. I get so excited. All right, so that is Rock and Roll in Rainbow Black. I picked up 2 more packs of this yarn because it's awesome. And I don't know how long it's going to be until I can order more. So, there's that one. I also got the same yarn, Rock and Roll, in 2 more colors. Right? This one is called Lilac Shades, Burgundy Shades. And it's like this really pretty light lavender color with some little bit of pinks, and then the burgundy you get in there. Oh, it's so pretty. And this yarn, by the way, has a tiny bit of fuzz on it. Not very much at all. You might be able to see just a tiny bit of fuzz, but it's soft. You could definitely do a baby blanket in it. You could do a scarf. You could do all kinds of stuff. Very squishy once it's worked out. It's awesome. But this color I got to do another one of Crafty Intentions patterns. I believe it's called Hippocampus. It's essentially a mermaid unicorn. Right? She is the queen of amigurumi. No lie. Like, we are not worthy. It's so awesome. I will put a picture up here somewhere so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But this color is going to be the tail and the mane and the fins for that hippocampus. Alright, and one more color. This one, because you have to. This is called Yellow Orange Shades Black. And it's essentially the rainbow black, but instead of it being rainbow, it's like fire. There's like red and orange and yellow, and then it goes to black. Like, can you imagine doing like a lava monster or a fire dragon with this? Oh, it would be so awesome. Alright, so that's what I got this yarn for. And here's the best part, is that each one of these packs, as you saw earlier, when I held up the other one, comes in a pack of 8. So even if I were to use up 4 of them, to use, like, for the whole body to be this gorgeous color, right? You would still have half the pack left to do something else. Like, okay, so let's get into some details on this yarn. Rock and Roll yarn is 50% modal, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. 50% modal, 15% wool, and 35% acrylic. You cannot tell there's wool in it. Cannot. Like, if I didn't just read it to you, I would never know that there was wool in it. It's not scratchy at all. It's not silky soft, but squishy soft. Does that make sense? It says to use a 5mm hook. You can, depending on what you're going for. If you're doing amigurumi, definitely size down. Like, I would probably use a 4. Yeah. If you really want something really tight, do like a 3.5 maybe. This is chain spun, by the way, which means no yarn splitting. I recently discovered chain spun yarn, and I'm like, where have you been all my life? Rock and Roll, it says 50 grams, 1.76 ounces, 125 meters, or 136 yards per ball. Like I said, it comes in a pack of 8. It says it's a 4-weight, and it's a thin 4. Because it's chain spun, it does squish down. So once it's squished down, it's probably closer to a thick 3 than a 4. But you can use it the same as a 4. It's fine. These are normally $8.99 per pack of 8 balls. Right now, as of today, they are slightly on sale, where they're $7.99 a pack. So $1 a ball. That's not bad. But yeah, the Rock and Roll comes in 13 different colors. A lot of them tend to be sold out most of the time. Rainbow Black, like I said, was sold out for like 4 months. Right? So, but yeah, this color is usually there most of the time. The lilac one in burgundy, that one is kind of hit or miss. It's there sometimes, it's not there sometimes. Rainbow Black tends to sell out pretty quick. Because, duh. Alright, so, next, what do we have? Let's do this one. Oh, my little punk goth phase me in high school would have loved this. Like, oh, Lestat. If you remember, like, when Queen of the Damned came out and everyone was like, oh, you know, it was all enamored with that. Like, oh. So this is called, sorry, this is called Rockstar in the color Red Black. And this is also a chain spun yarn. It's like they use a very thin metallic-y red thread to do the chain spinning on this, but it's got black fuzz. So it makes it look more like a blood red. It's so awesome. And this is like way softer than I would have expected. Like, it's very squishy, has kind of a silky feel, but the fuzz kind of takes away some of the silkiness, so it won't slip on your hook, I don't think. So this is 19% merino wool, 11% acrylic, and 70% polyamide. That's probably why it's a bit softer, is because of the polyamide. It says a 4 to a 5mm hook, and I'd say that's pretty accurate. It's about the same thickness as the Rock and Roll yarn. So 50 grams, 1.76 ounces, 115 meters or 125 yards per ball. It says it's a 4-weight, but like I said, it's a chain spun, so it's kind of a thin. It would definitely be a thinner 4, probably a thick 3, to be fair. This comes in a pack of 8, and it's $9.99 per pack of 8, like this. Let's flip around so you can see. All right, so a pack of 8. It says it comes in 42 different colors. Some of them do not look like this. Some of them look like this. Some of them are more of a tweed looking kind of a thing. There are quite a few that are like this, but just different colors. They have like a emerald green and a silver black, and yeah, like some of them are really, really cool. Some of them are kind of eh. At least to me anyway. Other people might love them. I'm not a fan of some of them. But 42 different colors. So $9.99 for a pack of 8. Alright, let's see what else we got. Not too many more, actually. 1, 2, 5. Only 2 more packs, and then we're done. Yeah, this is a fairly small haul, you guys. Alright, so this one, I believe I showed you in my last yarn haul because it was awesome. But I'm working on doing a blanket called Marnie's Garden, and I believe, I'm like 99% sure that pattern comes from Hooked on Sunshine. It's like all the best things I love about the Phoenix cowl blanket and the Ardith cowl blanket. Those are beautiful, but they're huge, and you need like a ton of yardage in order to finish them. And then you're like, at least for me, I get bored pretty easy. My brain just goes, ooh, shiny, and you know, it just wants to do other stuff. Hence why there are all of these cubes that are full of half-finished projects. But Marnie's Garden has like everything I love about Phoenix and Ardith, but it only goes to 33 rows, and then you can repeat a certain section of the rows to make it bigger if you want to. But it isn't like this giant, like king-size bed blanket that you would feel guilty for not finishing, right? So it's beautiful. I will probably only do the 1 pack of this yarn on that blanket and save the other pack for something else, but I might change my mind. We'll see. Anyway, so this yarn is called, let me find it, Lana Bella. And the color on this, oh my gosh, look how pretty! It's like peacock colors in gray. Oh. Alright, so this color is called Turquoise Purple Khaki Blue. And Lana Bella is 30% wool, 70% acrylic. You can't really tell there's much wool in it. Like, I mean, it's only 30% wool. Besides the little white hairs that you see occasionally poke out of it, you wouldn't really know. It's not scratchy at all. It's super squishy. Like, the skein is super squishy, and then you work it up, and like, all you want to do is just like crinkle the blanket up in your hands because it feels so good. Like, it says it's a light or DK, a 3-weight, and I'm like, because it's a roving style yarn, some of it does go down to a 3. Most of it stays maybe a really thick 3 or a thin 4, and then you have a few bits like right here where it goes thicker. But for the like the vast majority of the skein stays about a thick 3. And it like, oh, this is the best part of going to the yarn store, right? Where you get to just squish the yarn. Oh. Anyway, so this color, when I first bought it, the picture on the website looks like it's just blue. Like it's just different shades of blue. But it's not. There's like seafoam green in here. There's like shamrock green. There's like cerulean blue. And then there's like 2 or 3 different shades of purple in there. The picture on the website does not show that. And I wonder if maybe what happened was that the picture they originally took, the dye lot was like that, and then they sold out of that, and the new dye lot is more like this, and they just didn't change the picture. That might have been what happened, but I was very pleasantly surprised when it showed up in its like peacock colors, and I'm like, oh. But it's super squishy and fun to use. Like, the colors on it are like jewel tones, like, what is it? Red Heart Unforgettable, but without the sheen on it. It's like jewel tone without the sheen. like super vibrant colors. I love it. And if you can see, let's move the camera down a little bit. You can see this cube right here is literally full of Lana Bella, just tons of it in there. It's one of my favorite yarns. All right, so Lana Bella is 100 grams, 3.53 ounces, 250 meters, or 273 yards per skein. And it is $9.99 per pack, and it comes in a pack of 4. It comes in 11 different colors. Most of them are there, like most of the time. There might be a few that are sold out. Most of them are there. I can show you some of the other colors because I have most of them. So let's see. There's this one. This is like the warm-toned rainbow. And then this one is like the cool-toned rainbow. There's lots more blues. Right? And then this one, this is probably my favorite, I think. It's like gray and brown and like acid green. Like, oh! Be still my heart. All right, let's pop this yarn back up in its spot. Can't have a yarn avalanche in here. That would be bad. All right, so that was Lana Bella, and we have just one more pack, friends. Just one more. All right, so this yarn is called Baby Design. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen Premier's yarn called Bloom, but this yarn, at least some of the colors, look very, very similar to Bloom. Like, one of them I'm pretty sure is a total dupe. But that's part of the reason why I got it, because I'm like, oh, it would be so cool to have little flowers and everything. But this is called Baby Design, and the color that I got is called Turquoise Light Gray Blue Shades. And I'm like, this is a really cool blue color, like different shades of blue and a little bit of turquoise in there, some white and some gray, like just tons of cool colors. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. It doesn't really matter. I will probably, like, you could make a baby blanket out of it. You could do all kinds of stuff. But you saw how big that skein was, right? Like, that's a fairly big skein. It says 100% baby acrylic. So, like baby yarn. It is very soft and squishy. It says a 4mm hook. And I'm going to be honest, that's probably accurate. You could probably go down to a 3 if you wanted something really tight, or up to a 5 if you wanted it drapey. So 100 grams, 3.53 ounces, 360 meters, or 393 yards, y'all. That is, woo, that's a big skein of yarn. And it comes in a pack of 4. Pack of 4, right? So here's the it says it's a 2-weight, like a fine baby sport weight yarn. That's fairly accurate. I'd say it's a thick 2, probably closer to like a mandala. Like mandala thin 3. But it's $6.99 for a pack of 4. So that's almost 1,200 yards. It's like 1,190 or something like that. Something really close. Close to 1,200 yards for $7. For something like this at the store, one skein like this might cost you $7. And you can get 4 of them. What? What? And it comes in 19 different colors. 19 different colors. Okay, so that is all the packs of yarn, but I want to go over the cost for you guys. So this particular order, I ordered 10 packs of yarn. The last time I ordered, it was 32 packs, right? It was a much bigger order. You guys saw it was the big box, right? So this time it's only 10 packs of yarn. I kind of wanted to show you guys the price difference, how even if you order a smaller order, the shipping really isn't that big of a deal once you average it out for what you get. So this particular order is 10 packs of yarn, and in those 10 packs are 64 balls or skeins. Okay? And shipping for this order was $53.95. It was like 2/3 the cost of the yarn. Yeah, so shipping cost per ball or skein was like 84 cents. Really not that bad. And then total cost average over the 64 balls or skeins was only $2.20. So when you average the total for the whole thing over all of the different balls and skeins I got, it was only $2.20. What? Like, you can't get like equivalent yarn here, at least here in the US. You can't get that. You can't. Now, I totally understand wanting to support your local yarn store. Please, please, please support your local yarn store if you can. But like big box stores that sell internationally anyway, like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, the big ones, like half the time, like the same skein you get at one place or another place can be like $1 or $2 difference, like just because you went to one store versus the other, and it's the exact same brand, same everything. So ice yarns, yes, you pay for shipping, and it can be a bit much up front, but if you average it out, it's really not that big of a deal. So my last order, so for the last yarn haul, the big box, right? That one was 32 packs, and in those 32 packs were 159 balls, cakes, skeins, whatever, right? 159 of them, right? Shipping for that order was $98.95. So the shipping cost per pack does go down a lot if you order a bigger order. So like 10 packs cost me $53.95, but 32 only cost me $98.95. So it does make more sense to do a bigger order. So if you want to order from them, the shipping isn't that bad when you average it out for a smaller order, but it is more cost effective to do a bigger order if you can. So last order, 159 balls, cakes, skeins. Shipping was $98.95, or about 62 cents per ball, cake, skein. And the average total for my last haul was $2.07 per ball, cake, or skein. So it's still right around $2 per item you get. Really, like, you do pay up front for the shipping, and I get that, but the cost, even with the shipping, is still cheaper than if you were to buy it in a big box store here. Does that make sense? Okay, so I did want to show you guys a few things that I've finished recently. So I showed you this blob monster. He was the second one that I finished. The first one I did was this little guy. Is he not adorable? Adorable! So this is the blob monster from Crafty Intentions, and you do get all these different options to customize them in the same pattern. So this yarn is, Ice Yarns Picasso. It does not come in this cake. I wound it up with my yarn winder. But Ice Yarns Picasso is the green one. They only have one that's got like a lot of green in it. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. But this is the first project I did with this color, and I'm so happy that I got a pack of it. It's so fun to use. So that's this guy. Finished him recently, and then this is the second one. And this one is using the rock and roll yarn in the rainbow black. And then the horns are from the add-on for her dragon pattern, Crafty Intentions dragon pattern. So the main color is, I can find it, here we go. is Ice Yarn's Morella in purple shades. This is also caked up on my yarn winder. And then the black that's on here, that's in like the back loop or front loop, I think it's front loop, is Ice Yarn's Dora, which is up here. Okay, so, and then the white is Dora in white. Alright, and then one more finish, and then I will let y'all go, because I know this is getting kind of long. This is also another Crafty Intentions pattern. It's her octopus pattern. Look how adorable! Sorry, I'm geeking out over this octopus. Like, it's a Lisa Frank octopus. Y'all know. Like, look at how pretty that rainbow is. And it's super soft. Anyway. Alright, you guys. Well, that is all for this yarn haul. Next week, I will be doing another stitch tutorial. Probably going to be doing textured stitches, things like popcorn and bobble and puff stitch, things like that. But we'll see. Yeah. So, but definitely another stitch tutorial next week. So I will see you guys next time, you guys. Bye!